Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to some more Australian Resurrection here in Victoria 3. Let's check everything's working here. Oops. Hello, mate. Hey, right back at you, buddy. All right. What do we got going on? What do we got going on? Hey, Super Frank, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. I cannot wait for the resurrection of the Habsburg Empire in this run of Austrian Resurrection. Oh, by the way, the title is wrong. Wait. I had that one typo I made when I released the schedule. It's not on the stream. It's not typed wrong on the stream here, is it? Is it? I hope not. Let me check YouTube here. Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, whoopsie, autocorrect. When I posted the schedule on Discord, it autocorrected it because I spelled Australian wrong, and it autocorrected it to Austrian. Ruh-roh, but thank you for pointing that out. Hey, Warrior UN, hello, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you, good to see you. DeWolfie, hello to you too. Welcome. How's everybody's weekend? Machiavelli, hello. Emu Warrior Hamcuts has arrived. Yes, I thought, there is like the Emu War event or something, I thought, in the game. I could be wrong, but still waiting to get to that. Part of the joke, sorry. Oh, no worries. That was kind of funny, though. Hey, Jack, what's up, my friend? How you doing? Good to see you. How's your weekend? How's your day? My weekend was fine. 2K poorer, but a car richer. Wow, congratulations. What kind of car did you get? That's awesome. Hey, Mu Lambda Theta, welcome, my friend. How you doing? Yes, there is an event for the Emu War. Yeah, I thought so. Good. I actually cannot wait to get to that. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. We are moving along here. So we federated pretty much, I think, all we can. We just have to form... Wait, what was that? In Australasia. I've never noticed said that, actually. Okay. So we are colonizing away. Let's double check what our institution's at. We're at level 3. So we would need to get down to level 4 malaria prevention in order to get the next one. And then I always forget what the last one is. It's not, because it's not antibiotics. Malaria prevention does one more colonial affairs. Which one is it? When I was first setting up the stream, I was looking for this. And for some reason, oh yeah, I can search now. Colonial affairs. Two, 3, 4, 5. Wait. So we get 2 from colonization, 3 from quinine, 4 from civilizing mission. Oh, I'm just an idiot. That's what's going on here. I'm just an idiot. I don't have enough. I can go to level 4. I just don't have enough bureaucracy. Yes. The typical I'm an idiot. A Volkswagen Transporter. Nice. A sure candidate to rebuild to a camper. Ooh, nice. I'm excited for you. I've always wanted to do that. I can't wait to hear how it goes. When it's done, I think on the Hamcord there's the other section. When you're all done, you should post or actually post a before picture, and then when you're done, post an after picture. That'll be kind of cool. The event is mostly just something negative. You do need automatic machine guns, among other things. Yeah, I remember watching a video one time about the Emu War. I can see why, yeah, you would need automatic machine guns, because that's what they brought against the emus. Emu War's triggers condition has Australian primary culture, has researched automatic machine guns armed Forces not marginalized state in Western Australia has level 10 or higher agriculture building. And this event has not happened yet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we'll get to that eventually here. Nice, you will. They brought an automatic machine gun, yeah. I finally did it, and only 11 achievements left on Steam. Whoa. Wait. Which one did you finally get? Oh, wait, sorry, I missed your first one. A couple streams ago, you said that you have a good attempt on American territory achievement. Was it a success? I haven't gone back to it. I have to go back to it. I have, what do I have? I have, like, right now in that session, I hold Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana. And so, and the whole northern part is all the free states of America. So the United States is just here. I got to go back to that one. I'm kind of bouncing around sessions offline. All right, so what are we doing here right now? We're building some textiles, some synthetics, logging. I believe. Yeah, steel is expensive just because it's expensive in the British market. We have a company doing that. Glass is expensive because it's expensive in the British market. So tools, we don't actually have enough of. We can build some tools. Explosives, expensive because of the market. So let's get some tooling here done. We've got plenty of people. Right? Let me double check my companies here. Yeah. We're utilizing all we can here. How many do we actually need? We need like 458. Let's build 5 of those here. What's our private sector building for us? Good, our companies are building away. Okay, we got that going. How's our budget looking? Oh, actually, okay, before we build those, we really should get the government admin situated. So let's kind of spread it out here. We won't build it here since it's not... what's it called? Incorporated. There we go. We'll build these sooner rather than later, so that we get a little bit of our budget back, and we can expand the colonial affairs. Paying 1.29 in subsidies. Steel mills and shipyards. We don't need to do the steel mills anymore. We've reached prosperity. Let's make sure everybody's using that. Ooh, look at those urban centers. Okay, let's fix that. Let's get that off. In real life, Emu Wars happened in 1932. Oh, so it makes sense that it has this insane trigger condition. A fixed machine gun to car, drive around like madmen shooting, and crash with negative casualty balance. Yes. Oh, we got the Twitch bot. Hello, Twitch bot. Goodbye, Twitch bot. Yes, Jack's on it. Hey, bot. You know what's funny is I saw this story this weekend that apparently here in the United States, we're having our own little emu war with wild hogs. I had no idea of this, but apparently there's roaming in the Midwest. There's roaming swaths of wild hogs, and they're actually creating a lot of devastation to crops and hurting people. Apparently they're vicious. And so right now in Texas, away we go, everybody. In Texas right now, you don't need a permit to hunt them. And so people are just going crazy. Apparently they have this thing now called the pork chop. People are hunting wild hogs from helicopters. So I guess apparently in the United States we have our own little emu war going right now, just for having a hog war. I had no idea. We have no wild hogs here in New York City. We're having a emu war with students. It's brutal. Could lose internet access in a few days. Oh, no. Oh. There's so many inappropriate jokes you could make there. Hogs are vicious indeed. You can hit them with your cart and they'll just shrug it off. Yeah, that's what the story was saying. They're saying basically, like, if you run into one of these wild hogs with your car, it's like running into like a wall, because they just don't move, which is insane. I had no idea. Only crisis related to fauna thing in the U.S. I knew of is the thing with deer. Oh my god, I hate deer. I hate deer so much. They're the rats of the suburbs. Yeah, everybody thinks they're so cute, so cute. I grew up in an area in New Jersey where there was a lot of deer, and whenever you're driving at night, you really got to pay attention, because they really do, like the term deer in headlights, like they just don't move. Like you'll see them, they'll be running across the street, and then if you're coming, they'll be running across the street and they'll just stop in the middle of the street and look at you. And it's like, my guy, like, just keep going. Constantly dodging deer at night. I hate it. The rats of the suburbs. It is quite sad if you think about it. The hogs? Yeah. I mean, I understand it, but also the hogs are just trying to live their life. Well, yeah. Well, the thing that they said was the reason why there's this big outbreak is because of climate change. That, like, the winters aren't as cold, and so they're able to like survive longer. Oh, there we go. And apparently they're like incredibly smart. They say if you set a trap for them and you don't catch the whole horde, then your trap is done. You gotta like dismantle it, because they're gonna tell everybody else, all the other hogs, don't go over there. Hogs are this single animal I have respect for when hiking in the woods here in Europe. There are no bears and wolves where I live. Yeah, that's what they said. They said these hogs are like vicious. I just find it interesting because I had no idea of this until recently, but apparently it's been going on for a few years here in the US. Hey, Sir Tourette, hello. How did you know that Spain would win? I got some help from the Cuts community. That's what everybody voted. That's what everybody voted. I wish I had an inside track into the scriptwriters at FIFA, but I do not. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. The stuff with chronic wasting disease. What, do you mean the hogs? I spam debt in EU5, they then spam buildings. I finally understand what it's like to gamble. I have no money, but I must bet. Yeah, that sounds like a gambler right there. We do need to build more of these staple crops. We have 8 years to do it, so maybe we'll do that after we get these tools situated. Yeah, those types of horsies with horns. That's what they are. So they are for sure. The use of filing cabinets in the government administration has drastically increased the effectiveness of state bureaucracy. Yeah, we'll take text spread. Take text spread. Oh, look at us. Look at us. Well, okay. I kind of went a little overboard. Actually, not really. We've got a lot of it. Well, not a lot. We've got 2 institutions to increase. We'll increase workplace safety. Although we do get some, yeah, 3.3% state construction efficiency. Very nice. Gold depleted in Tasmania. Does that mean we got some gold mines? So hopefully our company gets on that. Yep. I have you guys for a reason. You go do that. To be fair, Ham, I'm not sure the deer are evolved to deal with cars. This is true. This is true. Those poor guys. Those poor guys. I kid. I don't hate them that much. But I do find them annoying. They're the cutest. They're the most annoying cute. No, the most cute annoying things in the world. Yeah, I've encountered a deer crossing my road. I managed to stop, and we just stared at each other for a moment before it ran off. Yeah, that sounds about right. They're always trying to look into your soul before they move away. Hunting down the predator population doesn't help controlling the hogs and other invasive animals either. Yeah. I like hedgehogs. Oh, yeah. If they're blue and run fast, they're the best. No, the deer. Oh, apparently more and more of them have chronic wasting disease, and it slowly spreads. Oh. It's a prior infection that eats holes in their brains and apparently persists in the environment. Whoa. That I was not aware of. Poor guys. Oof. The development of more stable explosives has led to an uptick in demand for explosive materials. Our military and industrial sectors have entered a bidding war to secure shares of our production. All right. We're going to get throughput on something. Might as well get throughput on the mines here. That's what's making us the most money in the British market. An influential faction within the trade unions has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of elected bureaucrats. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Yeah, we'll take this. So the goal here is, once we get these extra tooling workshops built, we'll finish off this staple crops thing. I'm thinking we can use this opportunity for the staple crops to build a couple, kind of spread it out in all of our states. I haven't been building enough in all the states. And when we separate from the British market, maybe that will mitigate a little bit of the famine that we'll get initially whenever you separate from a market. So we'll do that, and then as we continue to expand construction, we're going to focus on expanding the Army and the Navy. Why did I call this fleet the National Guard? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, no, I meant to call this the Coast Guard. That's right. Yeah, because we're building monitors here. Because we do have to start thinking about independence. We're kind of at that point. We're paying $36K to Great Britain. That would fix our budget and some. And I think we have all of the goods in our own market that we need. We actually, so at the same time, so we need to start thinking about our liberty desire, because I've kept it pretty low because we needed good relations with them in order to federate Australia. But we've got everything that can be federated. So it's time to start fixing this. See him, poor dear. I know. Egg on my face. Hey, Grimmelix. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. How are you? That hurts. Stupid, sexy Britain. Yeah. We'll have our day. We'll have our day. 36K. Oof. Can have nearly twice as many construction sectors with that. Yeah. Yep. If you want unbiased opinion, I think you should stay a part of Britain. I'll take that under consideration, my good friend. My good royalist friend. Unbiased, for sure. All right. Oh, Laudabay failed. So let's take a look at all this stuff. So we have fervor. Yeah, friendly relations. So we need to start ruining relations. Prestige. I mean, we could raise our prestige, but they're always going to have a lot more than us. Power projection, we're pretty good. Yeah, we could also start using some support independence stuff. Now let's take a look at the market. What are we not producing on our own? Oh, tools. There you go. Luxury furniture, groceries. Okay. So we need to start working on that stuff. So let's start damaging relations. What if it became the British Empire? Yeah, right. What if we did that? That would be quite an endeavor. What is this? Because we would need, I think it's, what is it? It's 15% more prestige than the power block leader. And then you need to hold at least 10% prestige, I think for like 5 years or something like that. I could be wrong with the percentages, but it's something like that. So, Jesus, look at this game. They've got 2,100 and the next one down is 600. So yeah, that would be quite a thing. Also, I think we'd still have to not be their subject. Relations at plus 95 will take forever to worsen, though. At that point, you should expel diplomats, and the infamy would decay until you're low enough. Yeah, we can't expel diplomats just yet, but actually something we can do. Damn it. They're going to say yes to that? No. Here we go. So we can start working on these things a little bit. Request investment rights. No. Yeah, so we have that going. But yeah, we can't expel diplomats yet, because we're a subject. But, you know, it'll do its thing. Really what's going to help us is, as this stuff becomes available again, we'll just keep demanding stuff. But also at the same time, we're going to be fixing a lot of this other stuff. So I always find the biggest thing that lowers your liberty desire is this economic dependence. So right now we're getting negative 0.15. As we start to build tools and luxury furniture and this stuff and lower that, and then at the same time continue to expand steel, glass, explosives, and all that other stuff, you'll see quite a big swing here. What's this one? Oh, yeah, request a colonial governor. So, yeah, we kind of have to stop doing that, too. So that'll be 0.1 there. So in 33 months, we'll lose that. And that'll start actually swinging us the other way. Quite a hill to climb. Yeah, a little bit of a hill. Nothing we can't deal with. I think it actually moves quicker than you think, once it starts moving. This afternoon, Edwin Garling, leader of the Anglican Church, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of elected bureaucrats. Do we like this guy? Actually, we do kind of like this guy. Yeah, we'll take the 10. We can negotiate with the intelligentsia, lower our stall chance. The stall is only at 5%. The trade unions are going to ask a lot. But whatever the trade unions ask for, I think we won't mind too much, right? Let's take a gamble. Despite ungentlemanly comments, raised voices, and the shaking of fists, the trade unions have admitted to several compromises that would change their perception of elected bureaucrats. So minus 30% bureaucracy for 10 years. We kind of can do that. Well, we'll be in a deficit if we did it, but not by too much. I actually, so 150 authority is a lot, but I wouldn't mind giving the trade unions 40% more political strength. Yeah, we're not going to commit to going to 21 with the standard of living. I'm tempted to just eat the 150 authority for this. We can always get rid of the amendment. Oh wait, what am I doing? You know, I didn't see the trade unions up top here. I didn't realize they already had so much political strength. God, you know, no, I'm not going to do this. We're over 50%. Elected bureaucrats is not going to... Oh, God, you know, I'm so stupid. I started doing elected bureaucrats last episode. I was doing this to get additional bureaucracy. I didn't I didn't realize that before I built all those extra government admins. That was the reason why I was going for this. I really need to start leaving myself notes in between episodes. All right, rotary valve engine. Eventually we'll need that. It's not that we actually like the trade unionists, but they do promote some dang good laws. I know. Yeah, that's the thing. They do have some good laws for us. All right. Where do we have the rice farms? Oh, this is all elsewhere, yeah. And rye, oh yeah, that's all in England. Or Great Britain, I should say. Yeah, so let's do some wheat farms. Let's just do them domestically. So what do we need? We need 15 of them. Eight. Actually, before we do any of this, do we have any state traits that will help here? No. All right, how many do you have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. We need 4 more. There we go. So we'll get that done. So now at least we'll have food when we separate from the British. At least the extra bureaucracy gives bonus construction efficiency. Yeah. Absolutely not cost efficient, but still. Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of needed right now in Western Australia because we get a negative 25% state construction efficiency. Eventually, I need to start building some construction sectors here because we'll gain construction efficiency by having them there. Like right now, over in New South Wales, yeah, we're getting plus 6.8 with our 8 here. So at some point we should start building over here. The problem is the input goods, you know? Although now that we're on... well, actually we do have all the input goods. I was going to say, we don't have... Now that we're on steel frame buildings, all of the inputs are not resources. They're urban buildings, so... We actually have all the resources here. Also, we don't need to be subsidizing this. Yeah, what else are we subsidizing here? I got sidetracked when I was doing that. Shipyards and ports, okay. So the shipping lanes... What are merchant marines in it locally? Here we go. So, yeah, we actually could use more ports. Oh, well, this isn't good. Oh. Yeah, it's already pretty cheap. The British market actually has this stuff. Okay. Which production method for the government admins are you using? It should be the second one, I believe. Yeah, or a third one, sorry. Standardized filing system. Yeah, we could go down. No, this would put us in a massive deficit. I could put certain ones down, but I'll take the construction efficiency at the moment. By the way, construction efficiency, did they get rid of the manorialism gains construction efficiency per subsistence farm? I realized that was not a thing anymore when playtesting Austria yesterday. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, because that's specific to Austria, right? I haven't loaded up an Austria run in a little bit. What do they have going on? Gonna take a look at the patch notes. Yeah, I don't see anything here. Oh, actually, looking at that just reminded me, now that we're gonna need to build up a bit of a navy. Oh, we did switch that. Okay, we got Capital Fleet going. Now, let's start thinking about who can we get on our side to support our independence. South Italian businesses and homes have been attacked all across Western Australia by groups of Australian people. -2 standard of living for South Italians in Western Australia. How many would we actually have there? Yeah, we'll take the authority, but how many are we talking about? Okay, 1.1k. So, luckily, not too many. Although Emil Baum is still fighting for his cause, no one is following him anymore. Despondent, Baum has started publicly remarking that they may give up on his activism altogether. All right, well, who are you again? An industrialist protectionist, okay. What political movement? Oh, the reactionary movement. What's he given them? Yeah, he's given them plus 10% activism. And if we take this, there's a 33% chance he gives them 10 more. Yeah, let this guy go. All right, so who's rivaling Great Britain here? They already switched to tenant farmers in your gate. Yeah, it's gone now for them. So the usual suspects, France and Russia. France is taking a bit of a hit. All right, so I wonder if we can increase involvements all along here and pick up France and Russia at the same time. Let's see what we get. So let's... Yeah, no. Well then... So maybe we can pick up Germany. So let's go project some power. We're gonna need to start picking up some supply ships. Let's keep it here. And then we'll see if we're okay. Oh god, I need to switch the production method of the subsistence farms to get it, I think. Oh no, gonna check when I'm back home. Rutrow. The subsistence farms, the one thing you never really check in the game all that much. At least I don't. Standardized filing systems level 3, 65 bureaucracy for 20 paper. Filing cabinets level 2, 50 bureaucracy for 10 paper. Since paper is a significant cost compared to wages, level 2 is better. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I'll end up, if I do a global switch, I'll end up in a bureaucracy deficit regardless. Because we'll lose 210 bureaucracy. Now, what I could do is just switch some of them. Like New South Wales could stay on that. So like here we lose 15. We are paying quite a bit. Let's see what happens if we just switch a couple. Oh, we're paused. We'll see what that really does for our budget. Yeah, it saves us about 2K. To be honest with you, I'd rather take the... actually, it's not that much of a switch. Yeah, okay, for now we'll save the 2K. An internal investigation has discovered that a government official received many gifts from Casimir von Endres on behalf of the New South Welsh Dutch Association. Do we need legitimacy? Yeah, we kind of could use it. Oh, wait, the squatocracy is marginalized, right? Okay, yeah, so I don't really care who their leader is. Let's take the legitimacy. Yeah, France not looking so great. They got split up there. So they're still pretty strong, just not very viable. We have a ton of money in the investment pool. We could just turn off construction for a little bit, catch up on some debt, and let the private sector take the wheel. Nope, 57 supply ships. Yeah. Yeah, we're already in a hole, huh? Law progressed to voting. So yeah, we're probably going to need to go to this. We're probably going to need more than that. Yeah, so they're starting to lose supplies now. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of supply ships in order to do this. Although, wait, can't we... Can't I just have them project power over here? I always forget exactly about that. I want to test that. Because that would be a much shorter distance. I don't actually remember how that works. Like, let's put it there and there, and we can start talking to Japan here. They're actually a decent-sized military... Oh, but they got no ships. Oh, you know what, too? Yeah, Russia. It's not going to matter what anybody's power is if they can't get any damn ships over to me. So actually Germany is like the better bet. Although Russia's not too bad either. I just never switch from the second one until I have phones. Oh, for government admin? Yeah. I mean, it is more expensive, but when you need the... I feel like I'd rather switch to the third PM than build more government admins. Especially when you have... Yeah, look at... Oh, yeah, look at this. Woof. That changed quickly. When you have limited population. You are fine with being alone against Great Britain? They can't send a lot of troops to you. Well, I don't know. I believe they would be. I mean, they have like 100-something ships. So let's see. Yeah. 34 and 18. They're like the only navy that actually can send a decent amount of ships. Especially when they get to Ironclad. I guess we're kind of lucky in that it doesn't look like... Oh no, they are on Ironclad now. Yeah. No, they can send quite a bit of troops. Although, I guess... Yeah, they do have a lot of troops. I think the advantage is still on our side. We're not going to be able to, like, outgun them on the sea. But it would be nice to have something to protect some of our trade. Our focus will be more on expanding the army. But they can send quite a few troops. Get early trench, and it's easy to win war with 50 to 60 troops. Yeah, the naval invasions will still have the advantage on that. Alright, so we're going to have to start... doing some labor-saving PMs here in New South Wales. Now, we have all the inputs, so we should be okay. Oh, actually, what am I doing, too? We should be utilizing the railway, although we need to build a lot more. Alright. So we've got a lot more people now, which is good, because I want to employ a bunch of people as soldiers here. But I would say a bit in their power block for colonial offices. Yeah, that's true. We are getting that plus 0.05 from colonial growth generation. We've also been able to expand our population quite a bit. Ooh, although now... Did I take away the greener grass campaign? I did. So we're losing some people now. Actually... I probably should start moving it elsewhere. Well, we have a good amount here, actually. Just check periodically if they have a war with France or someone like that. I normally wait for that. Yeah, to fight them as well. Coastal for your capital. Yeah, at least. Exactly. At least to defend here. What workers' rights do I have right now? Regulatory bodies. All right. Now, I shouldn't have... I shouldn't have done that many labor-saving PMs. Or at least I should have waited until I was building here. That was a goof on my part there. You can also stay in power block and steal their pops if you have high soul. Yeah. Well, yeah, we've been stealing pops from them for a long, long time. It's not happening as much now, but we significantly grew the population just from that greener grass campaign at the beginning of the run. Election season has begun in New South Wales, and with it, the strategizing of the government's fixers. If we wish, we may wield the power of the state to ensure favorable results. So what do we got going on? So the only party with momentum is the Agrarian Party. We have a lot of electoral confidence. Who do we want to win this? What do we want to go to next? Actually, I'd like to get off a free trade. Who like that? Well, the rural folk like it, and they're probably going to win the election. Go to compulsory primary school, trade unions like that. But we should, you know, we should do that now, actually. Well, we still have them in there. All right, we'll let this election go where it may. Wyndham Lloyd Lindsay intends to travel across Western Australia by train to campaign for the Radical Party. Oh, nice. Okay. Now what's... Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me take a look again. I think I am doing this wrong. In the same strategic... Yeah, this should be okay. God, I did a damn tutorial video on it. You think I'd remember? Workers' protection would be great. Yeah, they would be, actually. Oh, yeah, it's just trade unions. Yeah, I probably should have went for that. Isn't there supposed to be a, Did they change this? I thought there used to be a minimum wage with workers' protections. Did they get rid of that? Hey, Just24, what's up, what's up? Hi, Cuts Ham. Hello, 420 Just. How you doing? Good to see you. Poor Norwegians, though. They must be melting away there in Australia. I know. We have a lot of different cultures here. That's interesting. I wonder what... Did they change this? Seeking to turn the tide of nationalism to the favor of the Liberal Party, Charles Dickens, I forgot he's here, held a patriotic speech in one of Sydney's parks. Let's see. Actually, what do we want? Yeah, let's give it to them. Poor laws also, or even wage subsidies instead of workers' protections. I don't really like poor laws all that much because of the decreased political strength of the lower classes. Tooltip is bugged. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. I haven't looked at these laws in a little bit, but I swear I thought there was a minimum wage for this one. Members of the Social Democratic Party have drawn attention to the rise of the Radical Party, expressing their willingness to offer a more moderate solution to their political extremism. Well, yeah, let's give momentum to the Social Democratic Party, give them a chance here. I don't mind if they win. The trade unions and industrialists are jockeying for a minor but favoring concessions regarding compulsory primary school. Supporters of Charles Dickens are calling for a resolution without concessions. So we get 5%. We get 2 approvals from the petite bourgeoisie. Or a +2 to one of these guys, possibly. Let's do this one. Nice. We got 2 to the industrialists. I'd like to get them off of tax avoidance here. South Italian people are being attacked and killed by some members of the Australian people in Western Australia. Jeez. Really don't like Italians here in Australia for some reason. The South Italians are really getting hits to standard of living. It gives higher building wage target as before. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought it did. I've heard that the minimum wage effect from workers' protections often doesn't get displayed when you're on regulatory bodies. Okay. Oh, so is that what the bug is when you're on regulatory bodies? Huh, that's interesting. Good to know. All right, we need to add to the construction queue here. Actually, very quickly, we're going to add... Where's the place that we have? I thought we have a natural... Oh, our natural harbor is here. Oh, God. And we don't have a single shipyard here? What the hell am I doing? So let's get ourselves some more construction points there for the ships. What do we have in terms of... Yeah, so let's build some artillery. We don't have any small arms here. Let's build some arms, and then... Oh my God, they don't have a general. So 2 radicals and an authoritarian. Open terrain... Alcoholic. So we'll save this guy for the regular army. Although this guy's open terrain. Ah, damn. a defensive strategist, but he's got to be a damn authoritarian. Ah, but he has reckless. He has negative 10% coup strength. So we'll put this guy here. Let's build 10 more of this guy. And then we're gonna build a main army here. And then now really it should be the defensive person we build up the most. You know, yeah. These guys aren't going to help us too much. Oh, wait, though. Yeah. You know, I don't actually know, though. Does this penalty only apply to the... Well, no. A bonus or penalty to attack and defensive values when conducting a naval invasion. We're not conducting a naval invasion, though. We'll be defending it. Well, either way. We'll build this up more. Yeah, let's get some people from the main island in there. Alright. Oh! We are, though, about to get hit by ads. So we do have to pay homage to the gods of ads here. Take a quick 90-second break so we don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So we're going to take a quick 90-second break, and then we'll be right back. All right, we're back. All right, let me catch up here. Who broke the tooltip? Their wage must be cut. I know, right? The industrialists are like, oh, whoops, unplug that from the law. You have Connor's favorite king in the nation? Who? Oh, Governor Adam Smith. That's kind of funny. Poor laws still give a bit of soul, and they are very cheap. The thing about poor laws... Oh wait, what? This isn't what I wanted. Here we go. They give the same amount of welfare payments as wage subsidies. You get the same amount of food security, but you don't get the building wage target. Instead, you get a decrease to political strength for everybody who has welfare. And so essentially you're giving a lot more political strength to like building owners and industrialists, which I don't really see the benefit to that as much. The cheapest of these laws would probably be old age pension, because you get more welfare payment for less levels of the less levels of the institution. So the only real difference between poor laws and wage subsidies is that instead of a minimum wage here, you're decreasing the political strength of people when they get welfare. Australians not fond of pasta. Yeah, apparently. Hey, Yushi, hello, hello, liked. Nice, nice. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. Australia ain't conducting anything naval related. Wait, you have a navy? Yeah, I do have a navy. We're mainly building a navy to protect convoys and supply ships and stuff. You want best defensive stats? Yeah. Oh, yeah. For the military thing, yeah. We want the best defensive stats, basically. Crazy. Charles Dickens, he is literate and cautious, minus 25% infamy generation, and plus 20% infamy decay. Or the other way around. Yeah, no, Charles Dickens is actually a great leader to have, if you can make him the leader of your country. I forget, there was a South American run we did where I made him the leader. Or no, I think it was in my USA Starting Step series I made him the leader. Hey, somebody, hello, how are you? Good to see you, welcome in. How's it going? Poor law is bad because they reduce political strength. Yeah, it's pseudo-wealth voting. Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things where, like, if you need to make a negotiate, for me, I'm like, if I need to promise it for a negotiation, it's not so bad. But if I get my pick between which laws I want, that's the one I don't really care for. I always go for workers' protections plus poor laws or regulatory bodies plus poor laws in mid game. At least one law for building wage target works great. 2 are for late game. Pension is for memes. Wait, my bad. Regulatory bodies plus wage subsidies, second one. Yeah. Regulatory bodies plus wage subsidies is not bad. I wouldn't mind that. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing good. Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome back, as always. All right. Let's get this going. We're almost done now with this. You made him the president. Yes, that's right. That is what I did. It's like I did something with that guy in one of those things. Yeah. He was President Charles Dickens, President of the United States. But he is a pretty good leader to have. Where do we have him? Ooh, it's looking old. Yeah, you also get bureaucracy. I guess you don't get as much piracy. Oh yeah, we did give him grifter. Alright, so the Social Democratic Party won. Yeah, we'll keep it like this. And we have 12 months left on the colonial governor thing. So after we build up some more military, we'll start working on this. Ah, yes, now they won't support the regime. Let's do that. Just as the compulsory primary school law looked ready to topple, the petite bourgeoisie found itself rallying with the assistance of Charles Dickens. It now has the support it needs to pass without compromise. All right, so we'll get more loyalists. If we do that, we'll get the trade unions on solidarity. Or we could pick up 1% loyalists in New South Wales. Wait, the state or the country? The country, okay. Let's do this one. Pension is for memes, is what the governor will say to me in 30 years. Yeah, how funny would that be? An actual politician. Be like, pension's for memes. Oh, how's the colonization going? Not bad, not bad. As you can see, we're moving along here. Slowly but surely. There's just so much. Oh, nice. Okay, we finished that commitment. There's just so much to colonize now in Australia. You know, for the colonization tutorial video I made, I had to roll the game back to 1.12. And it was interesting looking at the map of Australia in 1.12. It is crazy. You really start with a lot, especially New South Wales starts with like this whole side of the island already. So it really is much more difficult now. Because I feel like this colonization is going to take like pretty much the whole game. Dickens would be a grifter, to be fair. Yeah, I know, right? Pensions. Who told you about this socialist dream? We never paid pension in this capitalist dreamland. And if you remember that, you have been gaslit. That is what I will be told when I will be eligible for pension payments. Oh, yeah. I have known for a very long time that I'm never getting Social Security payments here in the U.S. That's going to be long gone by the time I'm eligible. Oh, why? What happened here? Oh, did we lose? I guess I had taken off road maintenance. All right, I'll tell you one thing I'm starting to get annoyed by with our company here. Build this stuff or don't, my guys, because I could use that income. By the way, I memed in one of my games with pension as India and had 8K payments in welfare. 0 people were willing to work, but it was 1930 anyway. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, one time I just wanted to play around with it, did level 5. I think it was in Spain, level 5 old age pension where you give 150% welfare payments. And boy, was that a trip. A law progressed to amendment. Very nice. Australia should be given a buff to colonization because you will probably finish it at the end of the game at the moment. Yeah, I know, right? Seriously. I mean, yeah, you think because they changed the map for 1.13 where you get much less colonized. So yeah, you think they would have given them a little bit more of a boost to colonization. Because, I mean, we've been doing the most we possibly can. We just got to level 4, but we were on level 3 for a long time. we have the Colonial Affairs Office here in the British Empire, so the only other thing we can do to really increase the speed here is to just get more incorporated population. I don't like the fact, though, that we're starting to lose pops here. I would like to get the greener grass campaign going again. I guess we have a couple things taken away authority from us. That's going to be 3 years. 4 years. Yeah, we're getting a good amount of revenue on that. They'll just be moving back to retirement age. Yeah, by the time 90 will be your age, you can retire. I know, right? That sounds about right. I'll be working till I'm dead. Oh, let's see what the intelligentsia want. They're at 100. Wyndham Lloyd Lindsay has agreed to a private meeting, clearly seeking a path that will benefit both the nation and the intelligentsia's interests over compulsory primary school. We could lose some bureaucracy. Oof, build 20 more government admin, no thank you. Or spend 50 authority. Nope, sorry. Alright, good. We still have that. Now let's subsidize this up. Oh, I wasn't checking on my ship. Yeah, these guys are about to lose supplies, but let's double check what we got here. Hey, we got camera. Alright, we're almost there. The voice of Darwin, a popular newspaper read by the trade unions class across New South Wales, has published an article by Ellen Forster advocating for the inaction of compulsory primary school. Yeah, we'll take this and we'll get the trade unions up to solidarity. Ah, we can go to vacuum packaging in the food industries, which don't mind. Oh, damn. I thought we had a couple. All right. And that is one of the things that'll help us with... our economic dependence here. Yeah, no wonder. All right. Also, being on frontier colonization probably doesn't help. No, it's the same. Frontier and colonial resettlement are the same. Colonial exploitation doesn't get you any more colonial growth generation. It'll lower tension, but well, it'll lower tension, but something I realized when making my colonization tutorial video, native uprisings are bugged in 1.13. They don't happen. And so I created a bug report for it, and it was confirmed to be a bug. So you don't get any colonial or any native uprisings, and we haven't had one all game. So this tension decay doesn't really matter. But none of the colonization laws provide any benefit to colonial growth generation over the other. I was able to sustain level 2 and 3 of pensions, but 4 and 5 are bonkers. Yeah, especially if you're on old age pension. Is there any unpassable terrain in Australia? I think those areas colonize instantly. Oh yeah, that's right. There is, yeah. This whole center part of the island. You know, that's true, that's true. I didn't think of that. Yeah, because there's no provinces here. Oh yeah, so we actually don't have that much left of Western Australia to get. Yes, yes, Super Frank. Thank you, thank you. I did not think of that. Yeah, so there's actually not as much left to colonize. In our progress toward the enactment of compulsory primary school, rag schools have been avidly suggested throughout the country. Is it ragged or ragged? These charitable organizations would provide food and education to the society's most destitute children. Yeah, so we're going to get an amendment here. Oh, interesting. So we'll give pop attraction to the Anglican Church, but we won't have to pay as much bureaucracy for education. I don't mind that, actually. Yeah, let's take it. Impassable or impassable? Which one is it? Where does it... Impassable, there it is. I think there is, but not sure. Yeah. Darwin. Oh, the place. Oh, yeah. You know, I forgot. There's a place in Australia called Darwin. I was like, why is this thing called Darwin? Good call, good call. Forgot about that. What did they change that could have been broken native uprisings? Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. And it was so annoying because I was doing... I wanted to put an example of a native uprising in my video. So I'm just sitting there trying to, like, spawn native uprisings. Finally, I went into the game files and changed the code so that there's a 90% chance of an uprising whenever you take a province, and still went through a whole colonization without it happening. And that's when I was finally like, okay, I think something's wrong here. They should give Frontier like 02 or 03 more growth. Yeah, I feel like there should be something different between the frontier colonization and the colonial resettlement. Because if they're both the same, law progressive voting, like, if both of these laws are exactly the same, with the same benefits, with this one, I have to have a border with the place I'm colonizing, and this one I don't. Well, then obviously you just always want to go for this one. Like, I think there should be something different about them to give more of a choice. I guess the idea is some countries can just start with frontier colonization and have that drawback like we did. And then if you want to colonize overseas, you'd get this. I think that's why they have them as the same. Because some countries could start with colonization, but you can't just go everywhere on the map. That's my guess. Yeah, then it's... Yeah, there's so much, but then it's probably fine. Yeah, hopefully. Bruh. I know, right? Classic paradox. What does it mean by limited sea path? Where did we see that? Yeah, where did you see limited sea path? Personal guess, native uprisings are maybe invasions, and they messed up the code when reworking naval invasions. Yeah, the uprisings don't have ships and cannot start them. Ah, maybe. Hey! Hey, NWAGs, hello, hello. Did you flood the world with kangaroos yet? Not yet, not yet, not yet. We're building up our navy right now so that we can get them out there quicker. How are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you again. Oh, frontier colonization, it says it. Oh, is limited by law to states connected to the capital state by land or very limited sea path. Yeah, I imagine the limited sea path is things like this. Because these states are technically connected by land for all intents and purposes in the game. So there's a couple things like this where they connect them like that. So I imagine that's what it's referring to. All right, so we're building up our defensive army here. Now, the thing is, the one lucky thing here about Australia is that when we defend a naval invasion, one army will cover the entire continent here. Like, they will naval invade a specific state, but we can just keep the army parked and they cover all of it. What are we up here? Are you kidding me? We need 10 more? Damn, they are about to run out of supply. You know what we'll do? We'll make this the flagship. And that'll generate a little bit more. Alright, so now we're in level 2. Over here. Yeah, there we go. Of course, now they're wary of us. They don't want to do that. Yeah, they must be on ironclads now. Well, we'll improve relations and see what we get out of it. Due to the inhumane conditions that children face in their workplaces, or inhuman conditions that children face in their workplaces, many families in New South Wales have chosen to hide their offspring in the hopes of them not being sent to work. Ah, damn, we're on xenophobia here. All right. I wonder if it includes colonizing New Zealand from Australia, or if it's only like colonizing Sakhalin and Russia. Well, we are colonizing New Zealand, but we had started with land here. Oh, yeah, actually. It must be that, because we were able to, once we finished colonizing here, we were able to start colonizing this state. The limited sea path has been added to make it possible to colonize Alaska. Oh, with USA. So one sea node across it allows it. Ah, is that what it is? So if you're just one sea node away. Okay. That's interesting. And why you can colonize New Guinea. Oh, yeah, okay, because of the ones... You know, I didn't think of that before. Yeah, why can I colonize there? Yeah, I guess it's that one sea node limited sea path thing. Interesting. Hey, Reverse Ham Cuts, what's up, what's up? Hello, my favorite angry piece of meat. It took me a second to realize what you're talking about. I'm like, oh yeah, the logo. Hello, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. How you doing? They need to rework UI for every maritime related aspect. It's atrocious right now. Yeah, it's true. I never really noticed that one before. All right, we can. Hey, we have compulsory primary school. Wonderful, wonderful. Let's start improving relations here. And with Great Qing. I don't really need Korea. Well, yeah, we might as well. We're not using it on anything else. Oh, and then we gotta add to the construction queue here. Oh, hey! Nyanika, hello, hello. Oh, a live stream, nice. Hey, yes, you caught one. How are you? Good to see you. Welcome in. How you doing? Do they still cover all of it? I needed to defend an invasion a few days ago with my army being stationed in the same zone and mobilized. I thought so. As far as I know, naval invasions, the defending army still only just needs to be in an HQ, and that army covers naval invasions in any state in that HQ. I guess they do have to travel to the state. Is there any point in controlling all the Indonesia Straits if it's possible to trade through the nodes around Australia? Or is there a distance modifier for trade to combat it? There is a distance modifier. You pay more for you have to buy more merchant marines to cover the trade route based on the distance. So depending on what the toll in the strait is, you would have to factor in how much it would cost in terms of like the cost of the merchant marines. Although I guess you can see there's no trade going through here. They have medium tolls. There's a little bit here with a medium toll, and then it looks like all the trade is going through here because there's no tolls. So I guess in order to make it viable, you would need to control all three of these and have the same toll. Otherwise somebody's going to shortcut you. Hey Java, what's up? What's up? How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. How's it going? Work is really messy against site. Oh man, that sucks. Sorry, my friend. Stay strong. Hey, Andre Belarus, what's up? Good to see you. I am. Spain defeated FIFA. Football triumphed over corruption. I wrote that Spain shouldn't be written off. Considering how young their players are, they will dominate football for the next 10 years. Man, they are. I feel like they were sneaky dominant. I did not realize through the group stage just how dominant they were. I think it's because their first game, I forget who it was, didn't they tie somebody they should have beaten? And so everybody was like, wonk, wonk, wonk. But it turns out they're actually amazing. All right, build some food industries. We're now going to work on our economic independence. We don't really have anybody there anymore. So let's build some up here. We'll need this for mobilization options anyway. So we'll build some of those. Look at us. Look at us. Liberty Desire up. Oh yeah, did we lose? Yeah, we lost that thing about requesting the governor. But what is it? What else are we dependent on them for? I think it was tools. Tools is the biggest one. Furniture and explosives. So that's what we'll focus on next. Hey, Chris Decibel, hello. Must be why the Philippines has been colonizing Western Micronesia lately. Oh, yeah. Hadn't noticed, but yeah. I have to do a Philippines run. There's an achievement for the Philippines. Yeah. Anyway, welcome in. How are you? What did you think of the World Cup? Oh man, I could go on for days about what I thought about the World Cup. I mean, it was fine. There's a lot of great drama in it. I don't know. It kind of got me down that this is the first time in my life I was like, yeah, I'm kind of happy the World Cup's over. It was fun. It was fine. But I was ready for it to be done. I've never felt that way. Every end of a World Cup, I always feel a little sad because I'm like, oh, 4 more years until I get to see this again. This is the first time I was kind of like, well, you know, I'm glad. All you need to know about the great Messi and his team and what they are capable of without the help of referee is summed up by the 0 in the columns for dangerous chances and shots on goal. Yeah. Their behavior during the final and after the final whistle only underscored their... Yeah, it was not pretty. It was not pretty at the end there. Ah, electrical generation. Oh my god. Okay. And now we need to add some stuff here. So here's what we have going on here. Could go for another company. It actually is probably time we start focusing on some military tech. Do that. Oh, you know, we do need to get some naval fortifications going on, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, so we'll do that for now. We'll do the threshing machine so that we can get some labor saving going in the agricultural buildings. We're getting tech spread on pump jacks, right? Yeah. And then we'll do these two. So that's what we'll get for now. I see, and I realize how important the Suez is for Great Britain when I play them. Yeah, it takes so long to transport troops around the Cape of Good Hope. Yeah, the Suez Canal is like... Suez Canal is vital. And now that you do, like, straits and tolls and everything, like, even more important. Alright. So let's build up that. Let's put some over here as well. And then we still need more tooling. Yeah, we can't colonize that yet. But we can here. Now, what do we have in regards to furniture? Hardwood tools, fabric. All right, we'll get that going, and then we'll build an extra one there. Oh god, yeah, glasses. Glasses killing us. This is where we have lead, right? Yeah. All right, there we go. Dairuka was so 100% sure Argentina, or as he called them, Argent FIFA, would win. Yeah, I mean, I think they still had a very good shot of winning. I did not think at all Spain had it in the bag. Though I do think Spain was still the favorite team. Mulam to Theta, the Victoria guy. Yeah, yeah. Philippines starts with a split state in West Micronesia game start. Oh, that's what it is. Mutual funds, maybe. You know, actually, you're kind of right here. Yeah, the minting and the loan interest rate. I kind of forgot about that. I would like that sooner rather than later. I wish you could reorganize this list. Yeah, actually, I do want that right now. Then we'll focus a little bit here. I'm gonna shift to work, threshing machine. There we go. Representing his constituents in the trade unions, Lewis Tennyson has issued a formal petition to the New South Welsh government to pass workers' protection. Oh, look at this. Maybe we can get this guy the head of the petite bourgeoisie. Yeah, we'll do workers' protections. We don't mind that. Some Australian people are unfairly blaming the poor living conditions in New South Welsh South Island on their Flemish neighbors. God, I don't want to lose this authority, but I don't want to lose standard of living for people here. The industrialists, prominent supporters of the Conservative Party, have proposed support for the New South Welsh Dutch Association to be a component of the official party platform. You know, we've been working on the Dutch for a while here. Can we get anything from them? Like, why can we not get the support independence? Oh, we need a level 3. And they have a negative 497 support for it anyway, because they're friendly with the British. You know, Russia's wary of us. Maybe France. Yeah, we'll say the course with Russia, maybe. I'm good, thanks. I've been enjoying your tutorials lately. Oh, thank you, despite having been playing since release. Earned yourself a subscriber. Oh, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thanks for coming in to say so. Very, very cool of you to come in and say so. I really appreciate that. I'm glad they're helpful. Especially to someone who's been playing since release. It tells you something about the game, right? The game changes so much. Doesn't matter if you've been playing since release, it's like a new game every year. You know, I saw that, so there's like the Train Fest on Steam. And I saw like a short from the Victoria 3 channel. They're like, we've been added to the Steam Train Fest. And they're showing like the trains on the map. And I'm like, that's funny, because like, I don't think of this game as a train game. There's trains in it. I guess it is an important aspect of the time. Will the Brits remain loyal by paying a small tax, or are we going to go tally-ho? We're going to go tally-ho. We're preparing ourselves to go tally-ho. I'll chat tonight. I had kind of a wild weekend. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Can't wait to hear that tonight in our night session. I think it's pretty worth it if you're a small nation to spam naval forts because they also create demand. Yeah, that's true. They create demand. And considering, you know, we're not going to be able to have like the level of navy that Britain has, these naval fortifications will be very helpful. In fact, we should have at least one. We have one here. Yeah, so we'll have one along these states, and then the bulk of them on East and West Australia. Yeah, then maybe we do a small arms factory or company for the next company. Vicky 3 makes the player understand why the US and Britain spent so much building the Panama and Suez canals respectively. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right? That is something that's also annoying when you play in the Americas, having to go up and down over South America. I saw this really funny Reddit post. I don't know what channel it was in. It was really funny. But they were showing a map, and they were like, why did everybody sail around South America when there was this route? And then they show somebody going like through here and then getting around. Like, isn't that shorter? And I really had to laugh because the first comment on it was just a picture of the Titanic sinking. I was like, yeah, fair play, fair play. Yeah, that's right. Canals and straits are a huge business now. I played with Egypt and I made money just by existing with the Suez Canal. Yeah. Yeah, I had an Ottoman run that I kind of abandoned, but basically, like this strait, there's trade going through here, but when I was playing, there was no trade going through here. So basically what I did was I fought Russia to free Ukraine and then somebody else over here. And so there's two new countries. This is their only sea access. They all trade with them as to go through this strait. I basically forced trade to go through this strait that didn't have one before. And then I really started making a boatload of money off of it. Hey, Nainika. Oh, wait. Oh, no. You're here. Wait, were you here before? I feel like I said hi already, but maybe not. Hello, hello. Do you pay for that demand, though? Might as well instead build a trade center and offer subventions for exports. You do pay for that demand. It is true, but you get the naval fortification out of it. I do think, though, like, you create the demand, which gets the building to higher up, and then it'll have more goods that then can be traded away, because you need that like initial demand to get kind of the building going. Sorry, I have a medical device beeping at me here. It made me lose my train of thought. A series of perceived poor decisions by the Catholic rights movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. Yeah, let's do this. So anyway, yeah, I mean, it's true, you pay for the goods, but I think the thing to keep in mind with buildings is not just the profitability of it, right? Well, this is a bad example. Oh yeah, we need more people here. All right, I'm gonna go through here in a second. So like, let's say we were buying this steel. We're still making the building profitable, right? And so the building owners are earning money. So depending on your tax laws, you're getting money back from the taxes. But at the same time, like, this is a good urban building. It's employing a lot of like engineers, machinists, and all this. So these are better jobs. And so these jobs allow pops to have a higher level of wealth, which gets them to buy different goods in the market, which then just makes the market overall a little bit better. So like small arms, we'll have machinists and shopkeepers. They're hiring up a bunch of laborers, but once we get to... Where is it? We're going to add like more engineers, machinists, and shopkeepers. So we have pops with better jobs that can afford to buy better goods. So yeah, like when we build the naval fortifications, is creating demand and we're paying for the good, but we're also increasing standard of living by doing that, and getting money back from it from increased taxes. Oh yeah, true, but the GDP to go up. That's true too, I forgot. With the increased GDP, you get increased minting. I wonder if the map games about the information age 100 years from now will mention the USA World Cup. Oh god, there's a lot during our time period right now that would be mentioned. That's not great. I can only imagine what the map game of our time will be about. Oh, what am I doing? We need to pass workers' protections here. So let's move to that. I need more people to employ here. There's like nobody there or there. All right. And then so next, wait, I have a company to build railroads, do I? No, I have a company that's giving throughput bonus. We need more here. So I can also get more if I start utilizing stuff here. We don't quite need 19K, but... wish you could have more than one research ongoing, make it similar to the building queue, essentially. That would be kind of cool, yeah. I would like it in... they haven't really changed the research mechanics since, like, the game first released. I wonder if we're ever going to see a change to that. I don't really know what it would be, but that would be interesting. Yeah, maybe, like, a different research queue for all the tech trees, kind of like they do in Stellaris. Trains are instrumental to the Industrial Revolution. That's true, yeah. So yeah, I guess it should be in the Steam Trains Fest. I realized that remaining a puppet might not be so bad after all. It depends on the country. Some markets might allow you to specialize. Well, yeah, so being in the British market has actually been very beneficial to us. Like, very early on, we made quite a fortune off of iron mines, since iron is just... yeah, it was very, very expensive for a long time. Look at this now, it's finally turned a tide. But we are now at a point where we're paying 43K to Great Britain. We could use that money to increase our own like GDP and everything. And we have so much built up now that we can sustain our own market. I think that's really the deciding point. We have enough now where we can run our own market, so we don't need to be paying, that much money to Great Britain. I I keep forgetting too, we need to keep selling buildings here. Our investment pool has a ton. So just privatize all the urban buildings. I'll say I suppose these two. We can sell everything, to be honest. I guess there is the fear that Great Britain might come in and swoop these up, but... yeah, so far so good. Workers organized by the trade unions are staging short strikes and work-to-rule periods in an effort to pressure the government to pass a workers' protections law. Though their methods seem effective, they are causing major damage to our industrial economy. We'll take this. Oh, I'm heading out. Have a fun stream. I got to study for my exams. All right, good luck. Good luck, somebody. Thanks for hanging out while you could. I appreciate it. Good to see you, as always. Good luck on the exams, my friend. Yeah, they tried to send ships north of Canada to find the northern route multiple times. They all turned back or died. Yeah. Seems like a post on... oh, I think that's what it was. Actually, Warrior You, and I think you were right. I think that's what it was. Now that you write that, I'm like, that's exactly what it was. That's funny. Yeah, as always, the cause of secession is those damn tea taxes. Yeah, that's pretty much what we got going on here. All right, look at that. All right, so we have a lot being sold, which is good for us. I think we're kind of at our capacity for construction right now. Yeah, tools, though. Tools. We really just... remember, like I always say, don't have pages of construction. Well, the naval fortifications, only we can do. So let's take the tooling out of here. Let's take all that stuff out. Let's finish the naval fortifications. And then... oh, man. Our companies are just building all overseas. It's because of Foreign Investment 3. So we can't really control the fact that we have foreign investment rights. It has been suggested that we take and distribute some pictures of our country's most famous landmarks. Yeah, let's get the legitimacy. Gain some loyalists. Yeah, it's just all overseas now. I tried a gameplay session with the Ottoman Empire. There's a lot of content I've never interacted with. I tried to befriend the Europeans. What did they do? They joined Egypt at the first opportunity. Yeah, yeah, they're not too fond of you, especially at game start. Remember to bake in nationalize industries once you start your independence war. Oh, yeah, that's a great idea too, right? Yeah, we're going to get a lot of our industries back. Ah, gantry cranes. Ah, nice. We can move to steamers. Yeah, look at that. 27% of our economy owned by Great Britain. Where are we with Russia? Nowhere closer. We are staying ahead of our supply ships, though. So they're gaining supplies back. We'll just throw everybody in here. You know what? I call this the main army, but first I can just build up the infantry. So we'll do that. I guess it'll be good to have 2 units. All right, so let's do that. All right, so this is down to 0.9. Yeah, tools. It's tools. It's really just tools. God, we need more tools. How many construction points is this? Yeah, these are only 100. So these are going to build up pretty quick. So when these are done, we'll start focusing more on tooling. Oh, all right. We are at the 2-hour mark here. So we do have to take a quick 90-second break, pay homage to the gods of ads, as we do. So 90 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Nationalize industries with what money? You have full debt bar. Or do you no longer need to take territory to enforce that? No, yeah, if you talking about a war goal, like nationalize the British industries when we do the Independence War. Although it's been a moment since I've done an Independence War. Can you add that as a war goal in an Independence War? I don't remember. But yeah, if you're nationalizing buildings, you now just need to hold your land. You don't need to go hold their land. That was changed. I forget, though. I thought there's separate rules on war goals that can be added in an Independence War. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. But I do know, yeah, the nationalize buildings war goal, to nationalize your own buildings, you just have to hold your states. All right, so we're on to... What, so it's interesting here. This was something I was trying to decide at the beginning of the game, or at the beginning of the run. I went with the Australian company here. The plus 15% railway building throughput is nice to have and helpful. But I had considered, since this company has steel, going with the generic steel company, because the generic steel company's prosperity bonus is plus 5% state construction efficiency. Considering so many states have a hit to construction efficiency. In the end, I went with the historical company. But man, that generic steel company would also be kind of nice. The industrialists are paying a group of armed thugs calling themselves a private investigation agency to break up trade unions' agitation for workers' protection. Yeah, we'll take this one. Speed up the enactment. So what happened to not going into debt? I don't think I ever said in this video, or in this run, I was not going to go into debt. At the very beginning of the run, actually, we had a much lower interest rate. We had a below 10% interest rate at the beginning of the run. No, this run, I don't mind debt as much. Although, at the moment, this is a little bit higher than I'd like. At the very beginning of the run, we were below 10%. Yeah, when we finish workers' protections, we should try to make the petite bourgeoisie a little bit happier. Although mutual funds here will help us out too when we get it. Dude, they should have included navigable rivers for countries with rivers but no coastline. Yeah. The Plata River was the cause of wars in South America, but it doesn't do anything in the game. I do agree with that, yeah. I mean, you get, like... You get the state traits for certain rivers. Well, that's like a basin, but still, this is pretty much like what you get. Yeah, like, I find it interesting that ships can't really use certain rivers, right? I don't know how that would work, though, I guess, in the game. An influential faction within the intelligentsia has grown frustrated with their co-members' neutrality on the topic of workers' protections. Themselves in favor of the law, they have now resolved to form a separate political faction intent on passing it. Also, I guess since trade doesn't really flow through a river, you would still need to get out to get like a transit rights treaty if you were landlocked. Yeah, we'll take this one. Yeah, and you were staying at 7% saying that it's an okay interest rate, but then it will raise later on. Yeah. Yeah. That is true. I was right, it would raise later on. But I still ended up taking the debt. It's kind of manageable right now, but I mean, this is mainly why we're going to try to go for independence now. Because this would really fix our budget woes at the moment. Yeah, we'll let this election go. Oh, if we don't intervene in this election, though, we will lose the ability to manipulate elections. Oh, we will gain 10 legitimacy, though. Yeah. Yeah, let the chips fall where they may. At a soiree for the Conservative Party's, at a soiree for the Conservative Party's wealthiest supporters, Stafford Torrens began a long-winded rant about the merits of slavery and discrimination. Yeah, we'll do that one. Ah, pump jacks. And now we got oil. The discovery of oil in New South Wales is causing people to flock to the state, hoping to find jobs in the booming industry. Yes, I want migration attraction. All right, so we're starting to gain pops again. This is good. Oh, it looks like, though... Yeah, there's only one place that's not ours that we're gaining them. More canal works around the world overall. Yeah, like... Gotha Canal for Sweden. And the canal works in the Ruhr. Yeah, I feel like... It seems like we're gonna start getting more and more. I bet with each update there'll be ones added, because like they added the what's it called, the Kai Canal, right over here, or the Kiel. That's right, the Kiel Canal. They added this one after the initial release, so it looks like they have the ability to start adding more canals as they release things. Ellen Forster has issued a condemnation of the New South Welsh electoral system, endorsing abstention from voting in what she calls a sham put on to placate the people. How much will this sway that? Ooh, it might sway it by quite a bit. I don't want to lose legitimacy for 5 years, so we'll take this. I want them to not touch map at all, at least for a couple patches. I don't want World War I for Rhine access. That's true, that's true. Are you still a British puppet? Yep, I am. Great Britain really eats your budget. Oh, yeah. They're so annoying. I know. It's actually really killing us now. And we can afford to be independent, so... Let's build more glass. Then when we're done with the glass, we really do need to get on tools here. I keep kicking the can down the road on that. Build 2 there. And yeah, we're not incorporated there, but the ongoing effort to implement workers' protections has captured the imagination of the Social Democratic Party, which has added full-throated support to the new law as part of its central platform. Yeah, we'll take this. I'm really looking forward to the Russian and Chinese updates. Yeah, same. It'll take forever to come out when I buy the whole expansion pack. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to those as well. I think there really is a need for some flavor in those two countries, since they're such large countries, you know? Did you build universities? I did. I mean, we could always use more. But we do have some going. I'm going to hold off on building more for now, though. Oh, you know what? Actually, what is the local price of paper? All right, so here it's not so bad. Ah, we have workers' protections. Excellent. So, can we get... Ah, damn, we need socialism. Poop. I keep kicking this stuff down the road, but... we'll just do this for now. Oh, wait. But, so what do we do instead? Damn, I never got off a free trade. I don't really want to be on it. I guess there's nothing I really want to move to right now. We would lose authority if we got off of right of assembly. Well, we're going to have an election finish very quickly. It's going to be close. So, oh, the reactionary movement. It's interesting, a modernist would be in the reactionary movement, right? I feel like they're not usually in that. But hey, the game has evolved. In the past, if you were Paraguay, you absolutely had to conquer Argentina or parts of Brazil. Yeah, there were no treaties. Wow, the old days. This is true. You absolutely had to. False democracy is the event I hate most in the game. The radical was supposed to help help me liberalize. He's giving votes to the reactionaries. I know. Yeah, there's some events in this game that you're just like irk you beyond measure, right? What is your strategy on declaring independence? So right now I'm working on seeing if we can possibly get some support independence from either Russia or France, although France is breaking up even more. So that's why we're focusing on Russia right now. I'm building up a Coast Guard unit here. So we have monitors, which are actually very powerful ships. And their only drawback is that you can't send them far away. They have to be within one sea node of your ports. So we'll try to protect our coasts with that. Oh, it looks like I need more sailors. But basically, we're going to build up 2 army units. We don't have to deal with multiple HQs. It's all just one HQ. And so we're just going to declare independence. I don't think that they can really naval invade us all that well. So that's kind of the strategy. The ongoing election has drawn attention to the platforms of the various contending parties. Across New South Wales, the electorate debates which party is worth trusting with the next term in government. I think this... will this be a deciding factor at all? I don't think so. So we'll just give it to the Radical Party. With that amount of naval forts, did you build small arms and cannons productions? Yeah, we need more. We do need more, but I had upgraded... We have plenty of cannons. Well, first of all, you don't need the cannons for the naval fortifications, I believe. You just need the small arms, right? Yeah, small arms and iron. Now, I do think we can use more small arms, especially since we're going to be building more military units. Okay, I would like to get on protectionism here. Is there any way... Damn. Oh, there we go. So we'll take the Radical Party out for now. We can always add them back in. We'll do this for now. Because when we declare independence and get our own market, we're going to really need to work some tariffs on certain things. Nice, nice. And the Dutch ate Belgium. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's no Belgium anymore. Hey, Russia, you want to break the British? Come on, I know you want to break the British. Yeah, please, 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 please. You know you wanna. You just turn the great game over to Australia. Whoever wins Australia. Oh, what can we negotiate here? I'm curious here. What do we get here? The industrialists have agreed to meet at a local market to surreptitiously discuss changing their stance on protectionism. Yeah, nothing good. You know what? We will take this. It's maybe a mistake, but... Damn. And it did not lower... That was a mistake. I should not have done that one, I'll tell you that. Oh wait, actually... build some here. Let's see. Ham, are you keeping up with the developer diaries for CK3 Part 5? It looks like the game will feature more economic depth, which I'm really happy about. We'll be covering those upcoming updates. Yeah, I'm actually really excited for that CK3 update that's going to add economy to it. I haven't been keeping up with all the dev diaries for it. I do need to sit down and catch up, but I absolutely will be streaming some CK3 when that update comes out, because I'm really excited about it. Adding economy aspect to CK3, it's the one thing I've always wished they had more of in the game. So yeah, I've got chapter 5 or part 5 or whatever ready to go. I do need, though, I haven't been keeping up with the regular dev diaries, so I do have to catch up on that. Current AI can't naval invade. Yeah, for crap. The naval rework really gutted the British. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think we have an advantage on this. For first PM, yes. Oh, second PM requires it. Oh, yeah. Do we have that ability yet? Oh, breech loading artillery. Okay. You know, that actually might be... Okay, before we do these two, I keep moving the stuff around. I'm going to do it in this order. Because then we can get more small arms. And I kind of forgot about that. I'm glad you reminded me. The second PM here. Because I think this is also what's going to help us against the naval invasions. A lengthy speech by Stafford Torrens took a wild turn after consuming a tainted drink. With his incapacitation, the government has lost one of its most effective advocates for protectionism. Yeah, we'll do that one. All right. Also, I'm getting tired of waiting for our company to build the gold mines. We really need them now. Change your PM in arms and cannon. I don't think we have the one for arms yet, right? Oh, we do. Oh, we do. I thought I was... Okay, thank you, thank you. I thought I needed to research that one still. Cannons, we don't need the next PM here because we're actually not really utilizing a lot of cannons. We don't have anything other than the shipyards yet. The big game about Australia. Yeah, the big game. Well, that makes more sense than the 7 Years' War that started for Ohio. Right? Why not move it here? Ah, damn. All right. We got legislative failures. I really wish I didn't do that stupid negotiation with the industrialists. Let's see. Are these guys still hiring up? Yeah. That should cover that. I think I'm going to just bite the bullet here. Because this will do wonders for us in terms of budget. Oh, look at that. Okay. Let's go to the gold mines. We'll hold off on that. Maybe here. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, yeah. So we're getting tons of migration now here. So we actually don't need as much labor saving. To be honest, I'd stay on free trade. You'll be in major deficits when you break free. I would too. I don't know though. See, that's my concern though, is that we will have some major deficits, but I also feel like we're going to end up trading away a lot of the stuff that we do need. We're going to have major surpluses in things like in stuff like iron. So I guess though, yeah, we'd have a surplus of 1.3k. Yeah, I don't know though. I feel like when you break free from a country and you suddenly have your own market, you need to utilize both tariffs and subventions. I'm kind of worried about not having the ability to tariff certain items. Although I suppose with free trade, we're able to create more subventions. I get the, you know, the addition to trade advantage. Yeah, I don't know. Now you have me second guessing my decision here. To outside observers, the rural folk may appear firmly committed to the idea of protectionism, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now, a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. I will take this one. Although, I'm not sure this is going to pass anyway. Do you even have the ports to trade everything away? No. No, the goal is, once we get independence, to start building up some ports then. But I don't want to lock up a lot of workers in them yet. We do have a decent amount here. Oh, and actually, we can go more there. Look at all that wood we're importing. What is the local price? Yeah, we've got a ton there. Actually, I wonder if that was what I pinned at game start. Do we have any more of them, I wonder? Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, something that we might lack when we break free are merchant marines. We're probably relying on the British market for that quite a bit. Yeah. But I don't think the ports... Yeah, we should start going industrial ports and steamers and all of that. So let's go here. Let's pull up the port. Go industrial. Let's go... and the whaling stations. Trade centers usually don't really trade away stuff you don't have in ample excess without subventions. I suppose I've had it happen to me in the past. I guess that's why I'm kind of... I guess I had a bad run one time that kind of scarred me on gaining independence. I don't know. I'd rather have the ability to control trade right at the beginning of a new market. All right, let's make sure this is fully hiring up. What can we pass next that will get these guys to calm the hell down? Oh, we could go census suffrage. Damn, right now they kind of suck. A social club popular with the educated class has held a salon in Sydney with Stafford Torrens speaking in favor of protectionism as an honored guest. Yeah, we'll take this addition to New South Wales for 5 years. Yeah, our debt is starting to get a little alarming. Storage tank full to the brim with molasses intended for rum distillation has burst, flooding the streets of Brisbane's commercial center, killing dozens and injuring hundreds of bystanders. But we can afford some of the radicals. I'll take that as opposed to the food. Well, actually, we have the British market. Oh, and this is just in Queensland. So we have like 5 levels over here. Let's take this. All right. Can we get anything from Russia now? Ah, man. You know, I kind of misread that. We need a level 3 there. What are we at? Yeah, we would need like 700 more involvement. if we could get them to do this. Well, 25 from ideological differences of government. We could try that, but that's still not going to make the difference. You know, I didn't realize we were so far down there. Let's see if that will make any difference for us. Yeah, we're not going to be able to pirate anything from there. Oh, specifically naval power projection. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's bring that back down. It might not be worth going after it with these guys. Damn. I'm worried we're not going to get any real... Oh, what about these guys? So we get military assistance. This will be very helpful to us. And what's our level of involvement here? None. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to move our ship over here. One of these guys. And then we'll just go here. Now, balkanized Hungary. Oh boy, yeah. Look at that. Slovakia. You don't see Slovakia form naturally all that often. Serbian voivodeship. Wow. Croatia, Slavonia. Bosnia-Herzegovina. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, so I think that our Navy is going to be able to get us 1,180 involvement, but we need to get to level 3, which is see, I don't. So what I'm thinking about right now is I don't want to waste the obligation if I can add in a support independence. But the thing is, I think we're going to need this military assistance to get to level 3 anyway. Oh, wait. No, no, no. This is... Oh, damn. This is going to give 1,000 to the German Empire. I thought that was going to be the other way around. All right. They really don't want any of our ships. Russia doth not fear your navy. That's true. Not at all. And apparently Germany doesn't value our navy at all. Yeah, there's nothing... Yeah, we can't give them investment rights. And I definitely don't want to pay them money. Well, okay, so we can get this. It's not going to give us involvement. See, we could still, I mean, the military assistance will still be beneficial. But I would really like to get something that's going to give me at least 700 more involvement so I can get to level 3 and try to get a support independence from them. Nobody ever really cares about the law stuff. Yeah. They really don't want to take on our debt. Yeah, improve relations with Switzerland. I should probably just look elsewhere in the region, right? I still want to get this military assistance, though, because we can use quite a lot of this. But as helpful as this would be, a support independence would be better. All right, yeah, so we'll wait for our ships to get there. I'll wait on it. The military assistance would be nice. Russia won't even... Jerks. What, oh yeah, what about France? Oh yeah, France is wary of us now. Nobody cares for us. What does your army look like? So we have a 35 stack here. I want to do one more military unit, and then we're going to declare our independence. Oh yeah, what about these guys? Why not? Why can't we do it here? Ah, damn, the Dutch don't have enough power projection. Ah, mutual funds, here we go. Let's go to publicly traded. I think that's more than enough for you to defend yourself. I think so too, right? I think that should be enough. Okay, so here's what I should think about, right? What is the likelihood, if I got support independence and I got the German Empire on my side, what's the likelihood that they're going to ship soldiers down to me? Probably very unlikely. Because then, in that sense, the military assistance is actually much more helpful. I don't even know necessarily if they're going to accept this, because it's, what, 55%. Now that I think about it, this actually might be more beneficial to us. Britain won't send more than a 20 stack to try and invade. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And we have a lot of naval fortifications now. Wait, why does Germany have intelligentsia at 22% power? What are their laws here? I don't know. Very low. They can't fight the English Navy anyway. Yeah. So now, on second thought, I think this is better for us. The military assistance. Damn it, you guys. And they still turned it down. What about if we just gave them 500? And we'll only do it for 5 years. Here we'll say 80% chance. All right. So wait for May 13th. All right. So they took it. I'll still send the ship up there. Still work towards getting a level 3. Wait, why would breach loading artillery... What if I went for breach loading now? 3 years. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go for this next, so that we can go to the second level of the naval fortifications. We have the artillery for it. We have a building that's not really hired because of it. So in 3 years, we'll go for it, and I think this will give me a little bit of time to get more mobilization options ready. Yeah, military assistance for 750 seems like a good deal. Yeah, exactly. Although now I realize maybe I should have made it for longer. I hope they don't withdraw from it. Now that we have more publicly traded companies, we should now focus on what comes next. Yes, let's take that. A popular Australian newsletter has released a statement by Stafford Torrens endorsing several poets known for their sympathies to the intelligentsia's interests. Yeah, let's take that. Hey, Rabney, hello, how are you? I got independence from the British market before declaring independence. That way I could actually trade, oh yeah, myself, make a huge trading post in my Sydney with the natural harbors. I don't think they'll agree to it with us, though. Yeah, they won't agree to it, though. See, we really need to stop those payments to them. Oh yeah, so, all those gold mines... Alright, so they're all pretty much... Oh, you will become a Dominion with the Federate Australia thing. Yeah, which helps with payments, I think. Yeah. Problem is we just don't own enough states yet. Which is crazy. This thing, I feel like this is going to take us, like, most of the run in order to finish a lot of this. All right. Yes, build us some more food industries. How many levels do we have now? So we're going to need that. So we have 5 right now. Build another 5 there. Actually, I shouldn't add that to the list yet. We're not going to get down to that for a little bit. There's a reason why I burnt out from Vicky 3. Feels everything takes ages and optimal play is tedious. It's funny, that's how I'm kind of feeling about EU5. I'm getting a little burnt out on it because I'm like, everything just takes forever in this game. Going from colony to dominion changes money transfer from 30 to 25. Oh, okay. So cuts down money transfer by a 6. It's not bad. It's not bad. I feel like that would be more meaningful to me if I still relied on the British market more. I feel like we're ready to be independent from that market. At the beginning of the game, being in the British market helped us a lot. It helped us earn a lot of money on our resources. Now, I feel like not so much. We're getting more migration from them, but we're starting to get mass migrations now. So we don't even necessarily need all of the migration from all of the other British states. I keep forgetting to, we do need more oh, do we? Oh, we do have sulfur. We have coal. We should start doing the oil. Yeah, we have no coffee, no bananas. We have cotton. We don't have dyes, we have synthetics. Oh, we have access to opium. Let's build that up. I'll have to get some people over there. We have no tobacco. We do have vineyards. So right now, I'm thinking about mobilization options here. So we have access to wine, and so we can get meat. What is your weekly interest payments? Right now we're at 31K. 31.9. Hey, all right. Colonization of Western Australia complete. All right, yeah, there's nothing else we do. But look at that. That looks a lot better. All right, so we can build up some stuff here. More pragmatically inclined members of the petite bourgeoisie, currently opposed to the passing of protectionism, have offered to change their stance were they to be offered certain political concessions. Such concessions would not be popular with the rural folk, however. Yeah, we'll do this one. Now, where is our Army Logistics Center? Good, it's here. All right, we can go to mass scale trading. Let's do that. Yeah, we need a little bit more here if we want to go to the next production method. And let's build some of the vineyards here. I want these to be local imports or local goods. And so we'll go to luxurious supplies there. We're going to lose this when we break out of the British Empire, so we won't have that. We can add that in. A newspaper called the Tasmania Daily has printed a bigoted article about the Aboriginal people living there. We can suppress the article, or we can let it be released. Yeah, we'll take that. All right. We need many more groceries. Yeah, wait, so what did I say? We have sugar. We don't have tobacco. I think we don't have liquor either, right? And we're going to need that for the first aid. So we'll add sugar in. We very well might be able to get opium. Members of the New South Welsh Dutch Association have discreetly dispatched one of their number to amplify their mission in New South Wales' most widely read newspaper. Alright, who's in this association? Ooh, a lot of people. We'll lose 5 legitimacy, which we can afford, so we'll take that. Yeah, good. So we'll go glass, we'll get the tooling, then let's get the opium, the sugar, livestock and vineyards. This will take us 17 months, which means this will be done well before that. So basically, yeah, in 28 months, we're going to declare independence. The Voice of Sydney, a popular newspaper read by the Anglican Church class across New South Wales, has published an article by Stafford Torrens advocating for the inaction of protectionism. Yeah, let's do this. Get these guys closer to giving us more authority. Oh, Western Australia. I'd love to be able to put some road maintenance down there, but when is this done? $27 months. 9 months. Fighting Siam. You know, we might do some pirating here. Are you telling me Siam has no trade going on? God, they don't have a port? That's crazy. Okay, never mind then. Oh, all right. We are at the 3-hour mark here. We're about to get hit by ads. So we do have to pay homage to the gods of ads here one last time. So we're going to take a 90-second break, and then we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Yeah, I don't want to... They're not going to ask for anything we really want to give, so we'll hold off there. Siam backs down. All right. All right. All right. So now we just gotta get through this build queue. Though the debt. Law progressed to voting. Okay. Well, I suppose, too, the other thing is, once we get socialism here, we'll get a little bit more money from graduated taxation. Paper is pretty cheap here. In the British market overall, pretty expensive. So, like... yeah, a little expensive here. I think at the moment, just kind of sit tight until we're ready to go. I would build more units, but I'm worried about the cost. How are we with ammunition? Are we keeping up with that? Not so much. Not so much. Okay. So we could probably use maybe... well, we're not fully hired in the munitions factory, actually, now that I think about it. So... I'm not going to expand it just yet. Pan-nationalism. Nice. We're going to first get some road maintenance going here. Cut down on this a little bit. Damn it, Britain, can you go 5 minutes without starting a war? I know, seriously, right? And it's not anybody that I can go pirate. I would like to get just a little bit of extra income from pirating, but we can't do it. All right, what's our level of involvement here? And all right, we have protectionism. So we've got that. Oh wow, you know, I forgot about our current income from tariffs. We're collecting 23K from tariffs. Not that tariffs is a good way of making money, as some people might say. How much money would we lose if we went here? 62K. Lore accurate. Alright, so now we can do that. I don't know if there's anything else I want to move to yet. Yeah, we can't switch off of that. And we don't want to take on any of those payments yet, so... actually, we're good on laws at the moment. And immediately the Free Trade Party was formed. Yeah. Wait a second, what law was just changed? Time to organize. Yeah, what did you just say about tariffs? Who was I talking about? Copyright that guy. Alright. So we're almost through with the tooling workshops here. Yeah, like our construction costs will go down significantly. We do need more explosives. We're short 764 in the local market here. Like, that's insane. God, we need so much more. Alright, well... we got plenty of peasants here. He who shall not be named. And it's not Voldemort. Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. He who will not be named. Not here. God, I hate that man. Alright. Oh. We have a massive amount of construction inefficiency there. You know what? Let's not build there. Let's build 2 more there. The Northern Territory, so we can take it off here, put it on there. Yeah, Queensland isn't so bad. And then we're back in New South Wales. Okay. Oh, that income from tariffs went down considerably. Oh yeah, and the tax waste. Oh, God. 7 more years of that. Oh, God, I hate to do this, but if we just built 3 more. Pashtun people are experiencing severe effects of opium addiction. The use and abuse of the substance has spread throughout the North Island. All right. I guess we'll never really see what happens if we complete this journal entry, because we'll probably... Well, you know, I shouldn't count my chickens before they're hatched here. I don't know if we'll actually win the Independence War. We probably will. We are paying a lot to subsidize the shipyards. Oh, and we're kind of... Okay, we're done with those ships, so we can stop subsidizing them. I forgot to... So we have all the sailors there. We need about 5 more here. So let's get that done. Actually, let's finish this. All right, so we cut down on that. So now we'll be able to send these guys out to protect our coasts. Oh, we have some retrofitting to do. All right, well, go for it. All right. Oh yeah, so damn. Yeah, you know, we don't have any troop ships. I do need to... Well, where am I sending troops? I mean, honestly, where am I sending troops? All right, I wonder if I can do 2 more here. And that'll give us... the 11 involvement that we need to get to level 2. Yeah, Switzerland. Switzerland went full communist. Like no other identity on there, just full-on communist. So what do they got? Yeah, Council Republic, cooperative ownership. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about the impassable territory, actually isn't that much left to colonize. All right. I suppose, too, in all this research, I should go after the second company, too. Or third company, I mean. Oops. Oh, hey! Micah Damaraki, hello. How are you? How is the game now? Is it finally playable after the rework of Navy? Yes, very playable. It's great. The game, I mean, I think a lot of the criticism after the Navy rework was a little exaggerated. There were a lot of issues with the game. I don't think the game was ever unplayable. But they did a lot of updates since the Navy rework came out. And so the game is a lot better in the current state right now. So yeah, very much. Very, very good. How are you doing? Welcome in. All right. Oh, you know, I didn't realize we're actually number 2 in GDP per capita. So there is that. But... oh, we're number 8 in just overall GDP. Look at that. I didn't realize that. Okay. Yeah, that's true. The AI still can't really use their boats and armies to their full extent, though. Yeah, this is true. That's why they're actually doing a new update. It's supposed to come out, I think, late September, maybe early October, where they are just completely updating the AI, like, overall. Not just with the Navy, but everything. Ooh, look at this. You know, we started the game by staying all focused in on Sydney, and then we went away for a little bit. We have a much bigger Sydney now. I'm doing good. What other strategy games do you like? I like Age of Wonders 3, Warno, Panzer Corps 1, Against the Storm, Civilization 6. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of all the Civilization games. Civ 7 is much better now after the Test of Time update. I mean, I don't know what I would say my favorite Civ game is. If I was really going to go with my heart, Civilization 2 is my favorite, but I haven't played Civilization 2 since way back when. But Civilization, I really like EU5. EU5 is good. Crusader Kings 3. Pretty much all the Paradox games I'm a big fan of. Although I haven't played as much Hearts of Iron 4. But I would say in terms of the Paradox games, my list kind of goes CK3, EU5. Surviving Mars is a big one I really like. What else have I really been into? Oh, Frostpunk 1 and 2. Very big fan of Frostpunk. In fact, we're going to be doing some Frostpunk 2 on Fridays for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, a good deal of them. Your soul rank. We are... Oh, look at that. I hadn't noticed. We're the #1 standard of living in the world. We're up to 15.9. Woot, woot, woot. Nice, nice. We have more loyalists than radicals, unlike our Japan run, which was a bit rough. To be honest, I didn't like Hearts of Iron 4 as EU4, Vicky 3, CK3, and Stellaris player. Yeah, oh, I forgot to add Stellaris to that list I just said. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a big fan. War in strategy games, war isn't the biggest thing I care for. I will say though, I mean, I did kind of enjoy. I did one run on stream, just a short 2-episode one with Hearts of Iron 4. It did seem kind of interesting. I'll say I haven't played it nearly enough to really, I feel like, make a good judgment on it, but the fact that it's completely focused on war, I think, is what kind of turns me away. And I don't like the fact that there's not really much of an economy to work with. And I think one of the big things Victoria 3 gets so right about war is that war is all about the economy. I mean, there's the tactics and all that stuff, right? But if you don't have the economy to support your war effort, it doesn't matter what tactics you got, you're cooked. So the fact that they don't have much of that in the game is, I think, a missed opportunity there. With the Great Britain versus Ashanti War going well, the country is swept up in a frenzy of war. The sitting Agrarian Party has issued letters of endorsement to parliamentary candidates. They feel support the war effort, drawing patriotic voters toward their cause. Oof, yeah, I don't want to add momentum to the Agrarian Party. I'd like the Radical Party to be in power here. In a gesture of solidarity with the Radical Party, Ellen Forster has announced, or has encouraged her supporters to vote for it in the ongoing election. Yeah, and we'll take this one. So it would be nice if they were at a positive momentum. Not enough ways to develop except war for me. Even in Total War titles, I like to play a bit tall. That's why I loved Attila. You try to keep your realm intact more than waging aggressive wars. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you know, I bought Total War Empire on the Steam sale, and I gotta sit down with it again. I bought it and then haven't gone back to it, but it looks interesting. Hearts of Iron 4, I feel like, is interesting to watch cut into shorter videos to reduce it to the important parts. Yeah. I mean, I did a 2-part series on it. So about 6 hours. And the idea of it was kind of a blind playthrough. I never really played it before. So I was like, let me play it for the first time on stream. I played as the United States. So about 6 hours of gameplay. And I hadn't yet gotten to the war. And considering there's not much else in the game to do than prepare for war, there's not much of an economy to do. So, like, in the preparation for war, I was kind of like, okay, let's get this going. If the game is only about war, let's just get to the war. So I was kind of frustrated with that in the game. In collaboration with the Conservative Party, Stafford Torrens has secured a deal for cheap and quickly distributed pamphlets in support of the party. Is this person an agitator? They're an agitator. So if they get ambitious... Oh, look at their movement, 10% activism. What movement are they? The reactionary movement. So I'd rather he not get ambitious. Damn, but I don't want the Conservative Party to get 20% here. All right, we're gonna have to take that. Oh, hey, Elena, hello. How are you? Do you think the current discounts on Vicky 3 are good, or could there be better discounts later on? Yeah, I think that, isn't the current one like 70% on the base game? Let me double check. Because they joined the, like, train fest that Steam is doing here. So what is it currently? Yeah, it's 70% off the base game. 50% off the new player's choice. You get Sphere of Influence and Charters of Commerce. Yeah, I think the current discount is actually pretty good. I think that new player's choice bundle is pretty good. So you get the base game, the American Buildings pack, which, you know, whatever. Charters of Commerce, Sphere of Influence. I'd say that's really good. They have the Ultimate bundle, I guess, where you get everything for like $70. Yeah, I think $14.99 for the base game, and then $34.99 for that new player's choice is really good. Because the thing to keep in mind about Victoria 3 is that all of the mechanics are all in the base game. They don't lock any mechanics behind DLC. Now, DLC will give you flavor, and then there's some, like, additions on top of the mechanic that you can get, but all of the mechanics for the game you can get in that base game for $14.99. So I would say the 70% off the base game is a pretty good sale right now. The eyes of the electorate have turned to the candidates that seek to acquire a position at the head of government. As the election approaches, voters debate who would provide the best leadership for New South Wales. So we'll give it to... Oh, we can't even do the Radical Party, huh? Oh, wait. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, we'll do that. I was interested in it after watching Grisha versus Gunther streams. Yeah, see, I should watch maybe some more streams of it to see how people... Because I do like, in strategy games, like the tactical side of war, and I know that game would be all about it. I really just have to sit down and, like, complete a run in it. I haven't really given it enough time. It's like Dota for me, good games to watch. Yeah. Oh my god, hey, we got a second stream bot. Or Twitch bot. Goodbye, second Twitch bot. Yeah, 70% off is the best as far as I can remember. Yeah, there's probably not going to be a sale bigger than 70% for the base game. A violent eruption has shaken the state of North Island. Fragments of tephra and volcanic ash have destroyed buildings and crops, taking some of the lives of our people. Damn. Yeah, I don't want to add more. We're going to have to take the devastation, unfortunately. Britain might turn the Ashanti War into a forever war to troll you. No independence in the next 50 years. Oh my god, that would just be the best, wouldn't it? By the best, I mean the worst. All right, so we're getting some opium. So we're gonna add opium to that. How are we on motors? I would like to give forced march, because they might need to move around our map a little bit here. Radical Party 1. Yeah, let's keep this. There's still nothing that I really want to move to at the moment. Hey, Radical Anarchist. Hello, hello. Caught a morning stream up a little earlier than usual. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Welcome, my friend. I mean, unfortunately, you joined right at the stopping point. I hate to say it. Because yeah, we are unfortunately at our stopping point for the day here. We did some good work here. Oh, and you know what? On Twitch, we are going to do a raid. There's a really cool streamer doing some Victoria 3. Melisomnia. Very cool. Chill Victoria stream. So on Twitch, we're going to raid into that. But we did do some good work here. Basically, I think what we're pretty set up to do an independence war in the next session. Because there'll be another session tonight. So the next time I'm on will be tonight doing more Victoria 3. It'll start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that is in 6.5 hours from now. So hopefully everybody can check in then. Because I think we're definitely going to be doing our Independence War tonight. I think we're ready. Now I figured you'd be wrapping up. I was surprised you were still live. Yeah. I was able to go the 3.5 this time. Sometimes I can only go 3. I was able to stretch it a little bit here. Viva la Revolution, that's right. So thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. If you're on YouTube, this will be a goodbye. If you're on Twitch, stick around for the raid. Let me set it up here. But yeah, other than that, have a good rest of your day, everybody. Yeah, Warrior Ewan, thank you. Take care as well. DeWolfie, thank you. Thank you. Blue Lambda Theta, if you're out there, thank you as well. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. And as always, whose channel is the raid, you said? So, it's someone named Melisomnia. And she's doing some Victoria 3. Oh, hold on. Is she closing out? Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're gonna raid in there for right now. All right. So as always, have a good one, and as always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time.